Alright, it's live, and if there's problems on the YouTube end, we'll just export it from Twitch afterwards. But, hey guys, welcome to my shenanigans. Pokemon Sword and Shield Direct starts in about a minute. Actually, how many seconds we got? About 30 if it actually starts exactly on time. But it's probably not going to. It's probably going to be a few seconds over. But, anyway. Last minute quick predictions. I don't have any kind of bingo card or anything because you can literally just put the same thing across everyone's bingo cards. Freaking starter evolutions, which I believe there will be. The box art legendaries, which I think there will be. Confirmation or deconfirmation of Z crystals and or mega evolutions. Confirmation on freaking regional forms. Like how they had the Alola forms. Those are all the things I think is possible. Also, here we go.
Welcome to Pokemon Direct. I'm Ishihara from the Pokemon Company.
Hopefully the audio is proper for you guys.
Today,
I don't want it to be too
I would
loud.
like to provide the latest news about the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield games.
Also, if you're on YouTube and the live chat is going on the side and you just happen to be chatting in there, the chat up here is all Pokemon, all Twitch. Also, I got a link for this Mario Maker 2 giveaway in the description if you want to check that out. Eventually, I'll be adding a Pokemon Sword and Shield giveaway as well. But that's after we get a release date. I'll actually set up a giveaway for that. Also, when this giveaway is over, you know. All right, getting a little bit more of a look at the Oh. Wait, what? Yo! Okay. Also, there's a theme song now. Excuse me? I'm gonna get so copyright claimed. Okay. Soccer's back. Oh, what is this? Also, Z-moves are back. There you go. Check that off your bingo card. Wait, they're in the overworld? Are they actually in the overworld? Are they actually in the overworld? They're actually in the overworld! Those have to be for show. That can't mean that... Hold up. There's no way that means you can battle. There's a freaking Tyranitar there! And a rock, like... I don't know what to believe on that one. New and improved Totem Pokemon? Yo, and I'm trying to talk over this music. I'm sorry, that's copyright. Like, that's something I gotta try to... I'm done! This is not what Mega means! What is this? What is this? What is this? They're catching it? What? Excuse me? What in the what? You are too big to be having that. No, wait, what? What is it? Like, what is that? Why is everything big? Why is everything? Why is big the new thing? What is happening? Oh no, not a giant Charizard, don't do this to me. What even?
Hello, I'm Masuda from Game Freak.
Yes, you are.
Hi, I'm Omori from Game Freak.
What did you think of the video?
I don't know! What?
Today, we would like to deliver the latest news on Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield to all of you around the world, right here from Game Freak's offices where development is underway.
Explain!
You take on the role of the main character, who resides in the Galar region. After choosing Grookey, Scorbunny, or Sobble as your first partner Pokemon, you will embark on an adventure to become the champion.
Yeah, they're not going to show an evolution of the starters, they're going to show giants!
Grasslands, towns in which you will find humans and Pokemon working together, and many other locations filled with rich personality.
Pokemon battles are the most popular form of entertainment in the Galar region.
No kid.
Stadiums across the Galar
man.
region are frequently filled with cheering crowds that have gathered to witness battles between gym leaders and challengers.
Why is he so big?
The excitement of these battles is
wow,
often
the
broadcast
quality
on
really
television
dipped.
in the Galar region as well.
Well, it seems to be back.
The most exciting part of visiting a new region is, of course, encountering Pokemon that you've never seen before.
Yeah, that's something with the feed. That's weird.
To tell you more about some of the Pokemon that reside in the Galar region, I'd like to hand it over to James, the art director on these games.
Hey, Jamie. Hello, I'm James Turner from Game Freak. I worked as the art director for these games.
Well, you did
There are
good.
a
Those
lot
Pokemon
of
look amazing.
never-before-seen Pokemon that await you in the Galar
But are they
region.
good? That's the
But
most
allow
important
me to
thing.
introduce you to just a few of them.
Who am I gonna choose out of these?
The first Pokemon I'd like to show you is Wooloo. This Pokemon's
I wanna know about that
defining
black bird.
characteristic is its fluffy fur, which is treasured by weavers in a town in the Galar region, who use it to craft popular specialty goods.
All right.
This Pokemon here
Not gonna be-
is Gossifleur, the
Gossifleur?
flowering Pokemon.
Okay. All right. Not to be that guy. We don't
Gossifleur
care about the
favors places
lore
with
of these
clean air
Pokemon. We
and
just
water,
want.
and its pollen is said to have healing properties.
Can they battle?
This
Are
next
they
Pokemon
cute?
is called
Are they cool?
Dreadnought.
That's all we care
A
about.
white
Not
Pokemon.
their wool being.
The sharp and
Cared
jagged
about.
edges
Not
of
to be
its
that
jaw
guy, but-
allow it to bite off chunks of rock and iron.
Is this gonna
Its
be like
vicious nature makes it a difficult Pokemon to tame
a
for all
good
but the most
Torterra?
experienced trainers. This Pokemon that can be
Okay.
seen flying steadily through the sky is called Corviknight.
All
It puts
right.
its skills to use when working as a flying taxi, which will take the player back to any town he or she has previously visited.
What?
As many of you already
Okay.
know, some Pokemon can evolve, changing their
Honchkrow
appearance
did
and
wait
becoming
long.
stronger in the process. Gossifleur is one of these Pokemon. When Gossifleur evolves, it becomes Eldegoss.
Talk about a completely different evolution.
As you can see, there are now small seeds scattered across its fuzzy head. These
Also, they
seeds are
showed
said
the
to promote
evolution,
growth in plants
animation for
and
the
can
first time,
revitalize both people
and
Pokemon.
didn't do it on a starter.
That's all I can
I'm
show
a
you
little
this
salty
time.
about that.
There are lots more
that the
Pokemon
Spore
in the
Heartless?
Galar region for
Bruh.
you to discover. Of course, you can look forward to finding many Pokemon you're already familiar with. I hope you're as excited as we are to encounter the amazing variety of Pokemon.
I think some people here are way more excited than you. We just want to know why they're big. Right now, we don't even care about new Pokemon at the very moment. We want to know why you had big Pokemon,
Meeting lots
and then
of
we can go back
Pokemon is
to all
one of the
that.
thrills of the adventure. And where you will find the widest variety of Pokemon out of anywhere in the Galar region is in a place called the Wild Area.
So
This
it is.
wild area stretches between cities and is filled with abundant nature as far as the eye can see. Different Pokemon can appear depending on where you are and what the weather is like, meaning there will be new discoveries for you each day.
Each day,
Some of you
every
may
day,
already have
there's new
noticed,
Poke.
But while adventuring through this area, you have control over the camera, allowing you to better search for items and Pokemon. Search far and wide in the tall grass, in the skies above,
The Pokemon
and
Breath of the
even in
Wild,
lakes,
right?
for you never know what you might find.
What?
In certain locations in the Galar region, a new phenomenon can be triggered that makes a Pokemon giant in size
okay,
and gives
explain
it
that.
incredible strength.
Yo,
This
so the
phenomenon is called
wild
Dynamaxing.
it's a specific area.
Dynamaxing opens up new possibilities
that's
in
how
the
it
heated
works.
battles performed by trainers and their Pokemon. For more details, I would like to turn it over to Iwao, the planning director for the games.
Gab, calm down. It's for the wild area. There's a specific place in the game
Hi,
that
I'm
is
Iwao
open
from
world,
Game Freak
not
and
the
planning
whole
director
game.
for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Let me tell you more about the new Dynamax feature, which will surely bring about all new strategies
Dynamax,
to Pokemon
okay.
battles. Pokemon from the Galar region can Dynamax to not only become massive in size, but also boost their power.
So it's Megas and Z Crystals
All
together?
the moves they know turn into powerful Max moves.
Almost?
Dynamaxing can be used once per battle. However, the Pokemon will revert to normal after 3 turns.
Wait.
You
They
need
can
to
only do it
choose
once per
wisely
battle,
when
but they
to trigger.
stay that way for 3 turns?
Mastering Dynamax will be key to becoming a full-fledged
Does that
Pokemon
buff
trainer in these
stats?
games.
That has to
Remember
buff
that
stats.
wild area we told you about? If you connect to other players, you'll find more ways to play there. One of these new multiplayer features is called Max Raid Battles, in which 4 Pokemon trainers
Raid
can
battles.
join forces
Wow,
to challenge
okay.
wild Dynamax Pokemon. In Max Raid Battles, the wild Dynamax Pokemon keeps its giant form for the entire battle. Not only that, it also has
He's just like,
special powers that make it an extremely formidable
What are you gonna do?
opponent. Only one of these 4 players who have teamed up for the Max Raid battle will be able to Dynamax their Pokemon in each battle. So coordinating with your team will be crucial when taking on these powerful wild Pokemon.
Is that local only, though? I would assume
If
so.
you and your allies manage to emerge victorious, you will get a chance to capture the Pokemon in a truly dynamic catch sequence. The Pokemon that you can take on in Max Raid battles also vary depending on where you are in the wild area and the state of the weather. Among these different Pokemon are some that can only be caught after you defeat them in Max Raid battles, so we hope trainers will join forces and test their skills against a variety of Pokemon.
That's insane.
Max Raid battles feature strategic cooperative 4-player
They're
gameplay against a single
combining
Pokemon,
the
which
most
is a first
powerful
for the main
additions to
series
Gen
of
6 and
Pokemon
7
games.
in one, almost.
It's going to be a
But
ton
instead
of fun
of
to use your Nintendo
Mega,
Switch system's local
as
wireless
in, like,
functionality
Mega
to tackle these
Evolution, it's
battles
just
with
like,
friends
oh,
in person
we're
and
gonna become a
experience
Titan
the
now.
excitement together. You can also connect with other players over the internet to enjoy playing with other trainers from all around the globe. So I hope you'll try Max Raid battles with all sorts of other players.
Alright, so it seems that it is online. I was kind of talking over it.
Next, I would like to introduce some of the people you'll encounter on your adventure.
So I'm gonna
This
rewind
guy
and
is
listen
the
to that part
greatest
later.
trainer in the Galar region, and
Good, I
also
can
the
actually
current
rewind.
champion. His name is Leon.
Oh, they're gonna show that
in a
champion
region
already?
where Pokemon battles are so widely enjoyed.
I mean, I was
his
wondering if he was
undefeated
actually the
record in
champion or
official
just a
matches
gym leader,
is
but
all the more incredible. His popularity is only enhanced by his shining personality, winning him the adoration of trainers across the region. It's no exaggeration to say that he is the most prominent trainer in all of Galar. The champion has
alright.
a younger brother, who also happens to be one of your rivals. His name is Hop.
of course.
Hop dreams to one day become champion just like his elder brother, and he trains vigorously every day towards this goal.
Aight.
His journey through the Galar region begins on the same day as yours. On your journey, you and Hop will receive a great deal of support
So
from
your
these two
rival is
characters.
still the friendly younger brother.
Professor Magnolia
still friendly,
is the
but now is a
professor of the
younger
Galar
brother. There we
region
go.
and specializes in researching the Dynamax phenomenon. Sonia is her granddaughter and also serves as her assistant. Their abundant wisdom and sound advice will surely come in handy throughout your adventure.
See, I thought Little Miss was actually the professor. What's with the camera?
Next, I would like to talk about the Pokemon gyms in the Galar region.
Are they actually like
You and your rival
televised?
will need to take on the Pokemon gyms throughout the region in order to achieve your goal of becoming champion. These gym stadiums are constructed in very special locations that allow
Wow.
for Pokemon to be Dynamaxed. The gym leaders also have extremely powerful Dynamax Pokemon on their teams, so you will need to counter them with some of your own.
Dude, so they're combining the idea of
Battles between
gyms
two
and totem
Dynamax
Pokemon from
are
Trials.
explosive and will cause the energy and excitement in the stadium to reach its peak. Let me introduce one of the
That's
gym leaders to
insane.
you. This is the Grass-type expert, Milo.
Why is your...
This
why
gym leader
are
is
you...
all about enjoying battles alongside his trustworthy
Who
Pokemon.
okayed this?
And you will have to overcome his tenacious fighting style.
Why
to
is he a
continue your
big buff
journey.
boy with a child's face?
Look forward to facing many more heated battles against gym leaders over the course of your adventure.
Bothers me so much.
We've shown off quite a bit today, but I have one more video I would like you to see.
What do y'all think it's gonna
Please
be?
take a look.
Hurry up and leave your comments. What do you think it's gonna be? The starter legendaries, maybe? The evolutions of the starters? Come on, box art legendaries. Box art legendaries! There it is! So, is it two forms of the same Pokemon or nah? We already knew it was going to be Sword and Shield based wolf creatures. So the design is actually really cool. Don't tell me they freaking fuse. Okay. They might still fuse,
Two
though.
Pokemon you saw in the video just now are in fact legendary Pokemon of the Galar region, called Zacian and Zamazenta.
Okay, so they are different. Okay.
Look forward
just
to
wondering if it
discovering
was like
for
a
yourself
Sword and Shield
just
form.
what role Zacian and Zamazenta will play in the story.
I hope you enjoyed today's Pokemon Direct. Of course, what we revealed today is just a small part of what you will find
no
in
kidding!
Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. There are many more Pokemon and interesting characters for you to discover in the Galar region.
They're...
We're putting everything we've got here at Game Freak into making Pokemon Sword
Yeah,
and
it
Pokemon
shows!
Shield a game that everyone around the world will enjoy.
Wow.
Please look forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it, but please just show me the evolutions of the
Thanks
starters.
to all of our guests from Game Freak. Finally, I would like to announce the release date.
Oh,
Pokemon Sword
November
Pokemon
15th.
Shield
Okay.
will be available.
It
on
is
November
noted,
15th,
and now I will start
2019
planning the giveaway
as a
with friends
global
and whatnot, so we can
simultaneous
give away
release.
multiple copies. That is definitely going to be
Starting
happening.
today, you can pre-order a
Um,
special double pack. Stay tuned for more information. I hope you will look forward to your new Pokemon adventure
pack?
in the Galar region. Thank you for
Did
watching.
they just confirm a discount double pack? Did they just confirm a double pack for a Pokemon game? For the first time ever. It took them 8 generations to make a double pack. What? And it sounds so appropriate too. Discount double pack. Instead of discount double check. Anyway. Yo. Alright. I'm gonna separate this into 2 parts. So the YouTube end, the reactions are gonna end now. And then we're gonna just discuss everything that we saw with a little more I guess grace? And not freaking out so much? Alright, I'm gonna separate now. Boop. Alright, so I'm still live on YouTube, obviously, but I'm probably gonna export these as 2 different things after the fact. Okay. It's rewatch time. Or rewatch, my bad. What do you think of the Legendary? More or less what I expected, to be honest. Because, like, they're wolves. Like, we've seen this forever. So, like, it's nice to finally see confirmation on what they look like. So, one's a big tank. One's a big sweeper, I guess. I don't know. And thank you, Milkshake, for the resub. Wait, I have no idea what just happened. I only care about dragons. Well, that's your bad, Ronan. The entire Pokédex was leaked, but I'm not sure how much of it is legit or not. Interesting. Well, a whole Pokédex leaked for Sun and Moon, and that ended up being fake, so meh. Let's go back to wild area. That's the, excuse you. Don't tell me they deleted the frickin'... They did, didn't they? Oh? What is happening? What is happening?
Raid battles also vary.
There we go. Okay. Let me just reset this up.
Pokemon from the Galar.
Because, like, it didn't want to work on the regular screen. I had to actually click on the YouTube video. All right.
Region can Dynamax to not only become
Place called the Wild Area. Anywhere in the Galar, and where you will find the widest variety of Pokemon out of anywhere in the Galar region is in a place called the Wild Area. This wild area stretches between cities and is filled with abundant nature as far as the eye can see. Different Pokemon can appear depending on where you are and what the weather is like, meaning there will be new discoveries for you each day.
If I could just
Some of you may already have noticed, but while adventuring through this area, you have control over the camera, allowing you to better search for items and Pokemon. Search far and wide in the tall grass, in the skies above, and even in the lakes, for you never know what you might find. In certain locations in the Galar region, a new phenomenon can be triggered that makes a Pokemon giant in size and gives it incredible strength. This phenomenon is called Dynamaxing. Dynamaxing opens up new possibilities in the
I just
heated
want to know
battles
what
performed
kind of
by
stat
trainers
buff
and their
it gives.
Pokemon. For more details, I would like to turn it over to Iwao, the planning director.
Alright, so wild area. I have no idea where this is at. Like, the fact that they got some good fully evolved Pokemon in here, this has to be either late game or it scales somehow. Like, because think about, like, Rhydon, for example, doesn't even get fully evolved until level 42, I believe. So, that has to be somewhere late game. No, it's not just routes.
Evolve. Changing their appearance and is one of these.
They literally said this is the
Eldegoss.
place to find the most variety of Pokemon.
Meeting lots of Pokemon is one of the thrills of the adventure. And where you will find the widest variety of Pokemon out of anywhere in the Galar region is in a place called the
They said between every... Wait, where do they say between every city?
Wild Area. This wild area stretches between cities and is filled...
Stretches between cities. Wow. I tuned that out completely. I tuned that out completely. Wow. That's what happens when my hype gets the best of me when I'm reacting to stuff. Okay. So good thing we came here first for clarification. So, the wild areas are this massive. I feel like each of these are probably raid battles. Like all these little beams. Could be wrong about that, but I'll keep going. So does that mean there's some areas where there are wild encounters in the grass, and then others are like this, because they were running through grass earlier, but whatever the case.
Filled with abundant nature as far as the eye can see. Different Pokemon can appear depending on where you are and what the weather is like, meaning there will be new discoveries for you each day.
That's the crazy thing. The fact that different Pokemon will appear every day.
Some of you may already have noticed, but while adventuring through this area, you have control over the camera, allowing you to better search for items and Pokemon.
So this is
Search
actually
far
going to
and
be
wide
the
in
ultimate
tall
Pokemon.
grass,
Yo!
in the skies of
Alright. I need to address something real quick. This is completely me personally. If you don't care, you just tune out. But, like, personally, I have not replayed any Pokemon game since Black and White. Like, I've replayed Red, Blue, Yellow so many times, Gold, Silver, Crystal so many times, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, more so Emerald, but Diamond, Pearl, replay multiple times, but like, I never even played Platinum when it first came out, for the sheer fact that all it did was add a couple of Uber Legendary forms and the Rotom forms, which I was playing, I was just doing competitive battling at the time, and I was like, oh, the only thing I'd really be getting here is Rotom forms. I don't care enough. So I never got Platinum. I mean, I was a 14, 15-year-old kid. I was like, I'm not spending $40 on 5 forms of one Pokemon to actually use online because I don't battle with Ubers. So I never even got Platinum. Black and White, I beat the game in like a couple weeks, tops. Never played the game again. Never even played through Black and White 2. I only played through X and Y once, where I played through X as a live Let's Play over on YouTube, and then I tried doing a Pokemon Y Wonderlock, which is where it works like a Nuzlocke, but you have to Wonder Trade every Pokemon you catch, rather than just having the Pokemon you catch. But then I ended up getting a Charmeleon from Wonder Trade, got the Charizard Y Megastone, and I was about to sweep through the entire game, so it was immediately boring. Then Sun and Moon, I played through Moon once, and then I was about to play through Sun on YouTube, but then everyone was like, spoilers, spoilers, spoilers! I was like, what? I've been doing all these games since Diamond and Pearl! Diamond and Pearl, Black and White, skip Black and White too, but X and Y, even ORAS, no problem. Sun and Moon, suddenly everyone screams spoilers. I don't know what happened there. A whole new generation, I guess. But I digress. Then I did Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I played every game since Black and White once. This alone, this open world, different wild encounters every day, different raid battles, this alone is going to make me want to play through this game multiple times within itself without any gimmicks, just because it's going to change the Pokemon I have through the entire game by default. It's not even like, oh, I'm going to choose my team, boop, 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 boop. No, whatever is there is what you get. So, yeah, I'm going to do a casual playthrough of this. But here's the fun thing. You guys know how we've been doing the randomized bit locks? For those of you on YouTube that don't know, I actually do randomized bit locks over on Twitch. Twitch.tv/BondOfGames. We're actually going through Hard Gold right now. It's really fun. But the thing is, we don't even need to randomize the game. It's practically random. So that was my personal thing, is that this might be the first Pokemon game that I replay several times. Just because of the way it's designed. Wow. That's big for me. This might actually end up being my favorite Pokemon game. There's just so much for it. Wait, what? Please, no randomizer and no Nuzlocke for Sword and Shield. Not the first time. But eventually you got a Nuzlocke, right?
Is above, and even in the lakes, for you never know what you might find. In certain locations in the Galar region, a new phenomenon can be triggered that makes a Pokemon giant in size and gives it incredible strength. This phenomenon is called Dynamaxing. Dynamaxing opens up new possibilities in the heated battles performed by trainers and their Pokemon.
I think it's implied that
For more
all
details, I
Pokemon
would like
can
to turn it
Dynamax.
over to Iwao, the planning director for the games.
Gab, oh my god, I hate you right now. How dare you get that in my brain? Dynamax Wailord. What will they do? What if Dynamax Wailord is literally just a giant blimp hovering above the stadium? Well, actually, that's glass. That's all closed in like a dome. Oh, shoot.
Hi, I'm Iwao from Game Freak and the planning director for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield.
I mean, Wailord is less dense than air.
Let me tell you
That's
more about
irrelevant.
the new
That's
Dynamax
besides the
feature,
point.
which will surely bring
Wailord
about
is
all new
literally the
strategies
blimp
to
Pokemon. I meant the sheer fact that he'd be so gigantic. Where would he fit? He'd have to be above the stadium. That's all I meant. Your 2 cents about the less dense than air is irrelevant. That was so besides the
Pokemon
point.
from the Galar region can Dynamax to not only become
Max Guard. Oh man, good thing they have move info on all this. Dude, I swear, if they end up like, if this Max Guard actually completely boosts your defenses all the way. I wonder if Max Knuckle actually boosts your attack all the way. Dude.
massive in size, but also boost their power.
Dynamax Alolan Executor, bruh.
All the moves they know turn into powerful Max moves. Dynamax
Also, that Gyarados is dead.
However,
this is not continuing. That Gyarados is dead.
Normal after 3 turns. So, you need to choose wisely when to trigger it. Mastering Dynamax will be key to becoming a full-fledged Pokemon trainer in these games. Remember that wild area we told you about? If you connect to other players, you'll find more ways to play there.
Alright, so that was, like, I kind of missed this one little
features is called
detail.
Max
So
Raid
that was
Battles,
the raid
in which
battles.
4 Pokemon trainers can join forces to challenge wild Dynamax Pokemon. In Max Raid battles, the wild Dynamax Pokemon keeps its giant form for the entire battle.
I mean, if we're being real though, like you guys are naming other things like Dynamax Steelix, for example. I don't think Steelix is that much bigger than Gyarados. So
not only that, it also has special powers that make it an extremely formidable opponent. Only one of these 4 players who have teamed
also,
up
it doesn't really look like the Pokemon are like made to scale. I think they're made so that they're all about equally as big as each other.
Taking on these powerful wild Pokemon. If you and your allies
like Beware
manage
is
to emerge
definitely
victorious,
taller
you
than
get a chance to capture the
Weavile, yet it
Pokemon
looks
in a
like they're
truly
about the same height
dynamic
here.
Catch sequence. The Pokemon that you can take on in Max Raid battles also vary depending on where you are in the wild area and the state of the weather. Among these different Pokemon are some that can only be caught after you defeat them in Max Raid battles, so we hope trainers will join forces and test their skills against a variety of Pokemon.
Now, what I'm curious, does that mean it's exclusive? Let me listen to that again. Does that mean it's exclusive to raid battles, or you can catch them in the wild after you've beaten
Among
them?
these different Pokemon are some that can only be caught after you defeat them in Max Raid battles, so we hope trainers will join forces and test their skills against...
Because it's saying you can only catch them after you defeat them in max raid battles, but...
It's the variety of Pokemon.
Max raid
I would like to
battles feature
assume you can battle them in the wild.
strategic cooperative 4-player gameplay against a single Pokemon, which is a first for the feature strategic cooperative.
But go back.
Max raid battles feature strategic cooperative 4-player gameplay against a single Pokemon, which is a first for the main series of Pokemon games. It's going to be a ton of fun to use your Nintendo Switch system's local wireless functionality to tackle these battles with friends in person and experience the excitement together. You can also connect with other players over the internet to enjoy playing with other trainers from all around the globe.
Other trainers from all around the globe. They're using that same language as Mario Maker 2. Why is everyone associated with Nintendo, and obviously Nintendo themselves, so against online with friends? I don't know. To me, that made it sound like you cannot do raids with friends online. I don't know how they could do both, but not combine. Like, online with randoms, local with friends. Is it really that hard to combine the two? What is the technical limitation with that? Now, they may just be wording it poorly and you can play online with friends. But that's the same kind of language they used with Mario Maker 2. This is Pokemon, they've got to allow friends. Not necessarily. They can allow friends for Wi-Fi battles with each other, but I don't know. I want to kick John's ass in Pokemon. Gab, you will never, ever, ever beat me in a Pokemon battle. Let's get that straight right now. But, also, I'm just accidentally opening up the YouTube chat. I'm freaking seeing, like, that's not late game. That's between every town, you doof. I'm not a doof. I'm a deaf hype man. I didn't hear the one little bit because I was talking between each city. Oh, okay. Anyway.
So I hope you'll try max raid battles with all sorts of other players.
Next, I would like to introduce some of the people you'll encounter on your adventure.
Alright, so the people we're meeting are kind of irrelevant to me. We're just going to play through the game. It don't even matter. What? Wait, I'm going to miss the generic routes where Pokemon would roam about? What are you talking about? You mean just getting random encounters from the grass? Is that what you mean? Why would you not prefer open world, see the Pokemon, fight the Pokemon? How could you not prefer that? That was like the #1 compliment that Let's Go got. Wait, what? I have a question. Shiny Mons, what would they look like? They're shiny forms, Gab. Should have had a V8, fam. How is that a good question, Pi? What? They're shiny Pokemon. What do you mean, what are they gonna look like? They're gonna... Oh, in the field. They're probably still gonna be shiny. Because they were shiny in the overworld for let's go. So it's going to work exactly the same. It should work exactly the same. If they're in the overworld, you should be able to see the shinies in the overworld. Wait, I'm saying there's still going to be normal routes. No, wait. Are there still going to be normal routes, not seeing them in the field? Because these wild... Well, that's what the wild areas are. I didn't realize it at first, but that's literally... The wild areas are the routes. The wild area... Because it's an... The game is now more open world rather than just being linear. Like, when you leave one city, this is the wild. Go. Like, you have all this available to you. Or you can beeline to the next city. Like, we saw that in the first trailer, but we didn't realize that they were going to be called wild areas, and that's how they were going to function. That's like, imagine if you're, okay, let's take Pokemon Let's Go, for example. You're, like, imagine if there were no trees blocking your path, and there were just trees like this, and you can go all around Viridian Forest, but the Pokemon are still out available to catch, like, wherever you go in the forest, between Viridian City and Pewter City. That's, like, how this is going to work. Somebody's already been copyright struck for their direct video. Go figure, right? Because, that's Pokemon Directs for you. Surprisingly, mine's is still live, so... If mine's is still live, I would assume that, Surprisingly, mine's is still live, so... Whoops. Anyway. Let's see. What are we laughing at? I'm gonna miss random grass near buildings and houses. But that's what I was saying earlier. It looks like there are both. I'm gonna try to find a specific spot. We gonna watch this double time. Everything you want. Alright, so, this is the reveal part. Yo, this is gonna make Nuzlocke so hard. The friggin' Dynamax forms.
All of you are here to become the champion. Your journey will take you through vast and lush grasslands, towns in which you will find humans and Pokemon working together, and many other locations filled with rich personality.
Pokemon battles are the most popular form
So
of
I'm gonna see if there's just grass on the
across Galar region are
side.
frequently filled with cheering crowds that have gathered to witness battles between gym leaders and challengers. The excitement of these battles
There might
is
not
often
be.
broadcast on television in the Galar region as well.
But if there's not really, who cares besides Char, apparently?
To tell you more about some of the Pokemon that
I'm Galar region. This Pokemon's defining characteristic is its fluffy fur. There are a lot of never-before-seen Pokemon that await you in the Galar region, but allow me to introduce you to just a few of them. The first Pokemon I'd like to show you is Wooloo. This Pokemon's defining characteristic is its
Yeah,
fluffy
see, like,
fur,
they're just
which is
in the
special valuable
grass.
In a town in the Galar region,
So-
and use it to craft popular specialty goods. This Pokemon here is Gossifleur.
Even if it's not the big wild area, you'll still see them in the overworld, it
The
seems.
Bite Pokemon. The sharp and jagged edges of its jaw allow it to bite off chunks of rock and iron. Its vicious nature makes it a difficult Pokemon to tame for all but the most experienced trainers. This Pokemon that can be seen flying steadily through the sky is called Corviknight. It puts its skills to use when working as a flying taxi, which will take the player back to any town he or she has previously visited. As many of you already know, some Pokemon can, which will take the player back
Wait,
Sky.
let me listen to that again.
for all but the most experienced trainers. This Pokemon that can be seen flying steadily through the sky is called Corviknight. It puts its skills to use when working as a flying taxi, which will take the player back to any town he or she has previously visited.
Are they implying that you could just fly, like, without the HM, as long as you have a flying type Pokemon? Because I doubt they would just make that a single Pokemon and, like, not the point, Gab. Not the point. The point is, does every flying type give you the ability to fly to previous cities by default? Or is this like Sun and Moon, where you have, like, you call the Pokemon and, like, Charizard will fly you to a place you've already been? That's what I'm curious about. I don't need your obvious backseat commentary. But, I wish they would confirm that.
As many of you already know, some Pokemon can evolve, changing their appearance and becoming stronger in the process. Gossifleur is one of these.
They literally showed the
When
least
Gossifleur
interesting evolution they possibly could have with all the
it
Pokemon they have
becomes
available.
Elros. As you can see, there are now small seeds scattered across its fuzzy head. These seeds are said to promote growth in plants and can revitalize both people and Pokemon. That's all I can show you this time. There are lots more Pokemon living in the Galar region for you to discover. Of course, you can look forward to finding many. That's all.
I was wondering if they actually, like, teased something else here that they didn't show anywhere else. I don't think so.
I can show you this time. There are lots more Pokemon living in the Galar region for you to discover.
Hello,
Of
Angela.
course, you can look forward to finding many Pokemon you're already familiar with. I hope you're as excited as we are to encounter the amazing variety of Pokemon that inhabit the Galar region.
So you really hope you could do the overworld flying like Let's Go? I doubt it.
Meeting lots of Pokemon is one of the thrills of the adventure. And where you will find the widest variety of Pokemon out of anywhere in the Galar region is in a place called the Wild Area.
I hate how they introduced it with a place called the Wild Area. A place. And then they showed one giant area between two cities like it was... Ugh.
This wild area stretches between cities
This wild area!
and is filled with abundant nature as far as the eye.
And then it's just like, oh, we're gonna throw in
Pokemon is one of the thrills of the
between
adventure.
each city.
And where you
Between
will find the
cities.
widest variety of Pokemon out of anywhere in the Galar region is in a place called the Wild Area. This wild area stretches between cities and is filled with abundant nature as far as the eye can see. Different Pokemon can appear depending on where you are and what the weather is like, meaning there will be new discoveries for you each day. Some of you may already have
How much would it suck if we're misinterpreting this and it's actually what I said? And when it says between cities, what if it's literally between these two cities that they're yet to name? I'm sorry, that they've yet to name, and you can catch whatever Pokemon here, and when it says where you are, what if it means where you are in the world? Like, what if they pull something like that on us? And treat this area like the RPG Pokemon Go? What if they pull that on us? I like the idea of it just replacing routes and being in between every city. So
noticed. But while
I don't
adventuring through this area,
know.
You have control over the camera.
Routes are
allowing
still
you to better
there.
search for
Where
items
do
and
you see
Pokemon.
routes?
Search
Oh my
all
god,
the
what am I
items
overlooking
inside
now?
above, and even
Literally, what am I
you never know what you
overlooking
might find.
now?
In certain locations in the Galar region, a new phenomenon can be triggered that makes a Pokemon giant in size and gives it incredible strength.
Oh, there's a route. Oh, Route 01 in the first direct video. Oh, wow, I
This
forgot
phenomenon is
about
called
that, to be
Dynamaxing.
honest.
Dynamaxing opens up new possibilities in the heated battles performed by trainers and their Pokemon. For more details, I would like to turn it over to Iwao, the planet.
I did forget about that, to be honest. Huh. So is it actually both?
Planning director for the games.
I would assume it's actually both.
Hi, I'm Wow from Game Freak.
I should have watched the first reveal trailer again before watching this, because I honestly completely forgot there were even routes.
Max Raid Battles feature strategic cooperative 4-player gameplay.
Is only enhanced by his shining personality, winning him the adoration. You and your rival will need to take on the Pokemon gyms throughout the region.
Let's do this. Okay. Let's literally look at the bigger picture here. So, if we look at this, it looks like these actual paths might be routes. Like how this leads from this city over to, I guess, this building. You go through this cave, and I think we've already seen this cave, like in the trailers and all. Then you come out here, and this is the wild area. Yeah, I think the wild area is one area. So when it says stretching between cities, I think it's literally talking about these two cities. So I was actually right the first time before everyone corrected me. So while everybody else is trying to correct me, saying that, oh no, dude, it's between each of the cities. Well, Rose, I'm not saying specifically you, but I'm saying everyone that did correct me, I was actually right. So the wild area is literally the wild area between these cities. When it says between cities, these are the two cities they're referring to. Because this looks like just a route. This looks like a route. This all looks like a city and maybe a water route? Question mark? What about the desert? What about the desert? And are you referring to this up here in the top left, or this, I'll call it the middle left? Unless they count each of these little open plateaus as a wild area. There was a desert wild area. I think the... Okay. See, this is why I think you were all confused.
Also connect with other
They
players over the
said
weekend to enjoy
it
playing with other trainers.
depends on where you are and what the weather is like.
It's
So
called
I
Dynamaxing.
think they're taking Pokemon Go elements and they're mixing it in. Like, let's see where the sandstorm part
Out
is.
of anywhere in the Galar region is in a place called the Wild Area. This wild area stretches between cities and is filled with abundant nature as far as the eye can see. Different Pokemon can appear depending on where you are.
Alright, so hold
This
up.
wild area stretches between cities and is filled with abundant nature as far as the eye can see. Different Pokemon
Alright, so this is regular. This is when it's snowing. You still see the Big Ben.
depending on where you are and what the weather is.
Now this. I think this might just be a sandstorm thing.
This wild area stretches between cities and is filled with abundant nature.
I'm trying to look for landmarks around
As far
here.
as the eye can see.
Yeah, look. You still got these rocks.
Different Pokemon can appear depending on where you are and what the weather is like.
Yeah, this might just be a zoomed in part of that location during a sandstorm.
Discoveries.
Like, still Big Ben. See, look, this is just that area. So, like, imagine the camera coming from this side, pointing this way towards Steelix, like, rotating the camera. So, this is the area from that sandstorm that you were looking at. And look, okay, this is a better camera angle. So, imagine being, like, at this tree looking to the left, and this is the area that you see. So, yeah, it is the wild area. I'm tired of doing these air quotes. But yeah, for everyone who's correcting me, calling me a doof, it stretches between no, it is the wild area. So,
but while adventuring through this area,
while it is vast, it's literally this. So routes are completely different. There are these little segments right here that branch off to each location. Like, this might just be called Lake something, and this little path right here will be called a route. This is all the wild area, and it stretches all the way from these mountains, possibly even over to this spot. I'm not sure, but all the way over under the bridge over to this side. But maybe this will count as like a beach area. I still feel like we need more clarification, but touche. Guy. City. Unless you count this as a wild area. But this right here is the only other thing that I would even consider a wild area. This is just off to the side, which that might just be here for decoration, for all we know, because these are just big open empty spots. This is a route leading up here, and then it looks like once you get here you can come around. There's a couple different ways it looks like this can go. This could also just lead up here and then come this way. A lot of this is connected by trains, actually. See, John, my biggest issue is I don't see that many cities. Well, then that's a personal problem. Because we've got 1 down here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't want to count that, but maybe this is actually 2 cities down here. 1, 2, 3. I don't count that as the same spot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe that's another city? No. Well, maybe this is 1 down here. But yeah, there might not be, like, every area might actually be important. That, like, you know how normally they differentiate in that a city is normally where a gym is and a town is just a town? Like a couple houses, maybe 1 major building, but nothing of relevance. So, yeah, there may very well be a gym in every city, and that's why everything... So rather than a bunch of small cities, you have to look at quality over quantity. Because you look at this giant city, this city is as big as that wild area. And you look at the game, look at this. Look how big this is. Look how big this is. And 1 city looks that big? I highly doubt there's more past the map that we see, because this is clearly going to be the Pokemon League. Now, oh, I didn't scroll up. That is 8. This is the Pokemon League. Well, my bad. That is totally my bad. So, 1, 2, 3. I forgot that it wasn't the full map. So 1, 2, 3 over here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 question mark. And then all this is the Pokemon League area. Which, could this all be considered a route and lead back there? I doubt it. I feel like this is just, you go through the mountain back here and then you reach the top. But, wait, what? Big Ben is on the right side of the trailer while it's on the left side of the map. That's perspective, my guy. Like, it's not changing north, south, east, and west. It's literally changing your perspective. Like, if I'm sitting this way and I've got this cup to my upper left, it's on my upper left. But if I turn this way, now it's behind to the left. Like, you can't look on the trailer you got up now. What are you talking about? Okay, so it's over on the right, but you're looking at it from this spot. Like, you're around this area, and yet it would be to the right. I'm confused on your confusion. The bridges are in front of Big Ben. Hold up. Looks like there's actually 2 set of bridges. Where's the other one at? Because you see there's one in the background. All the way back there. So that's actually a little confusing on where this one is supposed to be. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. That's over here. That's not even from here. Okay, hold up. Yeah, this isn't even the wild area. This is a different area entirely. That's this. Which apparently this is all considered still the wild area. So this right here, if I could show it better. I hope that's big enough. Okay, so this, all right, so you got this bridge in the background and this bridge in the foreground. That's these 2 bridges. This is the background and this is the foreground. You're looking from this spot. So when you're saying that the trailer is on the right side, that's not the trailer. The trailer, Big Ben, is on the right side. That's because from this perspective, you're looking this way, and when you're looking this way, it is to your right. Because when you're this way looking down, this is your right. Wait, yes, and this is the wild area part of the trailer. So what's your what's your point?
Some of you may already have noticed, but while adventuring through this...
Is your point just that the wild area is even bigger? Like, I don't know what your point is. See, I did think this was going to be another route, but that right there confirms it's still the wild area. The wild area goes under the area upward. So that was your whole point? That this isn't a route, that it's still the wild area? Because that doesn't really change anything I was saying. It literally still means that the wild area is only one location. That was my overall point. So if anything, you were solidifying my argument. But yeah, if this is all still the wild area, then it's the wild area. I swear, people got so blinded by hype that they thought that every area in the game was going to be a wild area. Later, cute girl. See, yeah, that's what I was saying, was that wild areas are outside of routes. Exactly. Like, at first I was like, is that replacing routes? But then a couple people pointed out, oh, in the first direct, they showed routes. So I was like, oh, right, okay, that is a thing. They literally showed Route 01, I believe. So half the chat realized that routes were a thing. The other half is like, every area is a wild area. Like, no, there's one. It's one. It's not between every city. It's literally the one. So different Pokemon appear depending on where you are. So this is, I guess, the desert-esque area. The weather might just change. I was pointing out the bridges because you missed the top area and thought the desert was weather. No. That is weather. The sandstorm bit is definitely still weather. Because they showed it from different areas. Like, they showed it from different camera angles and there was no sandstorm. But I was misinterpreting because they had this bridge and I thought it was this bridge. So, it doesn't change anything I was saying, except this is not a route. It's still part of the wild area. That's the only thing it changes. The sandstorm and weather thing, that is still 100% accurate.
This area, you have control over the camera, allowing you to better search for items and Pokemon. Search far and wide in the tall grass, in the sky. While adventuring through this area, you have control over the camera, allowing you to better search for items and Pokemon. Search far and wide.
Alright, see, like, it's just dry here, I guess.
And even in the lakes, where you never know what you might find. In certain locations in the Galar region, a new phenomenon can be triggered that makes a Pokemon giant in size.
Where'd it go? I went too far.
Meeting lots of Pokemon is one of the thrills of the adventure. And where you will find the widest variety of Pokemon out of anywhere in the Galar region is in a place called the Wild Area. This wild area stretches between cities and is filled with abundant nature as far as the eye can see. Different Pokemon can appear depending...
See, like, here, it is snowing. Here, it's clear days.
What the weather...
Here, it's actually a sandstorm. So, the reason I thought it was the same area was because I thought this was... Before looking at the map, I thought it was something like around this, maybe. But all this does is confirm that this part is still the wild area. This is where this segment is with the Rhydon, but this is still a sandstorm. This isn't necessarily a desert that's always like this. Like, there just happens to be a sandstorm right now.
There was like, meaning there was
I don't think that's strictly like what the location is like.
cities, and it's filled with abundant nature as far as the eye can see. Different Pokemon can appear depending on where you are and what the weather is like. Meaning there will be
My boy, please check out the website. For what exactly? We're still focusing on the damn trailer itself. Yeah, but the fact it's more vast is good to point out. Just saying. You're right. You're right. You're right. It's just the way you were saying it. Like, you were correcting one thing, and I didn't realize the one thing that you were correcting. We just weren't on the same page. Now we're on the same page. All right, so what am I looking at? I need more Wooloo in my life. Also, hey, what's up, Metal Man? There's extra details on the main Pokemon website. Where? I don't really see new. Oh. There actually is. There's a new ability. Why did they not show this? Okay. Okay, hold up. Where are you at? No. Where is this image? Where is this image? No. Go. What? There you are. Okay. Excuse me. Alright, so, this may not be what, Eastwind was trying to get me to look down to, but, yeah, so Cotton Down, the ability of, Gossifleur and, Goss, whatever, is one of these new abilities. When a Pokemon with this ability is hit by an attack, it will send out Cotton Fluff that will lower the speed stat of other Pokemon. That's like, that's a little ironic that they're using Diglett, because it's the same ability as Alolan, Diglett, and Dugtrio. Same effect anyway. So that's a thing. So this might actually be useful. Cool, and we actually get a little better look at the HUD over here. Alright, so what I'm looking at, Sword and Shield, Pokemon. Hopefully this is something I could just copy paste. Okay. Hopefully this is okay, good. The wild area can be reached through through various towns and cities, and it contains untamed wilderness. Okay. So the wild area is one giant area, but you can only reach certain spots through other... Okay. So that means... Where'd I put it? Oh my god. Oh my god. Where'd I put... Did I delete it? There we go. Put it up top. So that means that some of these areas might actually be part of the wild area that can only be accessed from somewhere else. Go back and scroll down. The wild area can be reached through various towns and cities. It contains untamed wilderness. It seems the Pokemon you'll run into will change depending on things like weather or location. Yeah, I already realized that. On the wild area, you'll be able to control the camera in order to explore. Yeah, we already got that. I wonder what this Y is for. I wonder if that's actually like to connect with friends over Wi-Fi. Oh my god! Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Excuse me? I was ignoring you guys before because I had no idea what you guys were on about. There's actually a freaking water bike? Wow. That's funny. Alright. Go to the Road and Phone page. Ugh. Are we worried about things that are relevant? Okay, hold up. Any Pokemon that you find or catch during your adventure will have its information registered in Pokedex. The Pokedex and these titles will actually be part of your Rotom phone. So it's not the Rotodex anymore. It's just a phone. Cool. Your Rotom phone is also home to Rotom, a Pokemon that can enter into various electric appliances, and your Rotom phone can do a lot more than serve as a Pokedex. For example, you can attach it to your bike and make it move faster on land, or even help you travel over water. That's hilarious. Well, I mean, all that really did was confirm how they have the bike on water and that it's not something special, that it's just your thing. Like, it's the Rotom phone, which is going to be the Pokedex. Well, alrighty then. What if they're just gonna throw Pokemon Snap in here as well? And yeah, you can snap pictures and post them on Twitter. There's your Pokemon Snap, ladies and gents. This guy, like, why? Why this guy? Why? Who designed this? I'm so confused. Like, they didn't know what they wanted him to be, so they just gave him every part of life in one body. Like, bruh, he's got the feet of a young teenager. I'm sorry. No, he's got the feet of a preteen, the legs of a older teen bodybuilder, the upper body of a grown man, and then the face of like a 7-year-old. Like, what is... Who designed this? It's not only his face doesn't match his body don't match his body. Like, who designed this character? I feel like I'm bullying somebody, but it's like they couldn't decide what to do. He's a really buff 8-year-old. Miles is one of the gym leaders of the Galar region. He has a kind heart and is well liked by the trainers of his gym. His grotto is always to enjoy battles, and he specializes in endurance matches using grass-type Pokemon. Endurance matches. Yeah, endurance. No kidding. Well, is there anything else in particular I need to take a look at? So, this confirms, well, not confirms, but it helps my other little theory. You might be able to connect with friends in the overworld of the wild area. Some things you could do in the wild area, like max raid battles, can become even more fun by connecting with other players. So, I would assume you have to be able to do this with friends. Especially because of this. Only one member of the group, consisting of you and your allies, can Dynamax a Pokemon during max raid battles, so close teamwork is key. How can you have any kind of close teamwork with randoms, and one of the Rams is just like, I'm gonna Dynamax! No! Like... Oh. Okay, the weather in the wild area changes every day, so be ready to meet a variety of Pokemon each time you visit. Okay, so the weather alone changes every day. Cool. That debunks my fear of Pokemon Go style, where it actually depends on where you are in the world. So weather alone is gonna just straight up change. So the wild area of the Galar region is much like Louisiana, home of the tripolar weather. Yeah, okay. So friend co-op sounds more likely, in close teamwork, maybe a chat service. They have been working on chat services. They have Xbox Live partnering with Nintendo. So that actually might finally come through. They have the chat service on Splatoon. And I'm not sure what else they actually have it on. Do they have it on Smash? I know they have an app section for it, but I don't know if they actually have the chat availability. But you should be able to do voice chat. But regardless, I'll be using Discord anyway, so the app is irrelevant to me. I just need to have Wi-Fi. I know for people just to have the option, it's nice, but let's see. I need to read this right. You can join up with other people near you to participate in max raid battles, but you can also connect with Pokemon trainers from around the world via the internet and face Dynamax Pokemon together with them. If 3 other trainers aren't available to participate in max raid battles, support trainers will automatically be added to your side to help you battle the wild Dynamax Pokemon. Okay. To me, that sounds like it's friends only. And if you don't have enough friends to do it at that moment, then you'll get support trainers who I will assume cannot Dynamax themselves because they're supporting you. Okay. Support trainers as an AI? Yes. So, that cleared up a lot of fears that I think the chat was having, such as requiring online or requiring friends to even do the raid battles. So you have support. I wonder if you can shiny hunt the Dynamax Pokemon. If they keep respawning, maybe. It hasn't been implied nor confirmed that you can keep fighting the same Dynamax Pokemon over and over again. Maybe a higher chance like wormholes? Possibly. Here's my number one concern for the max raids. Are they indefinite or are they limited? Because you saw that there were only like 5 or 6 however many beams shooting up like in the trailer. If you clear out one, is it gone for the day? Or can you keep doing that one again and again and again and again and again? That's what we really need to know. If you can keep doing them over and over again, and it's the same Pokemon every single time, yes, you can shiny grind. Or shiny hunt, whatever you want to refer to it as. And on an even brighter side, that means you can go to every single raid and have them all available in the wild in general, and still keep trying to grind the specific one. So that's what it all comes down to. Can they keep spawning in the same spot? Or are they gone as soon as you beat them or catch them immediately? Also, I wonder how much experience they'd be worth if you don't catch them and you only try to beat them. The max raid areas look like the Pokemon Go Pokestops. Kinda. If you're talking about that little pink rock spot. Legendaries and raids would have 100% catch rate if they're shiny. Wow. John, catching gives experience now. Duh. See, I see the zombie Kappa, but again, Fire King and Gab specifically seem to miss the point of all of my comments. Specifically those two. My point was, if you're fighting a Dynamax Pokemon that is always Dynamax, will they by default give more experience? Catching them, beating them, irrelevant. You gain the experience. Do they give more experience being Dynamax Pokemon than not? That's all I'm wondering. I'm thinking out loud for answers we don't have that I would like answered. That's all I'm doing here. And by the way, YouTube chat, I'm very sorry, but because the YouTube chat runs so slow because the majority of the people over here on Twitch, I'm not really seeing all your comments. If you want to get your comment read, it's practically guaranteed if you come over to Twitch rather than do it on YouTube. I'm primarily just streaming on YouTube, so I can immediately just hit stop and it's already going to be processed and ready to go. Oh, wow. Leanne makes an appearance for the first time in a long time. Freaking TJ. I'm just excited about SpongeBob. Only one way to find out. We just have to wait for the game to come out. No, Excite. No, we don't have to wait for the game to come out. We just need to wait. We have E3 next week, my dude. Who knows how long the how long the Nintendo Direct is gonna be? But we don't have that much in terms of quantity coming out this year. So we don't know what they're actually going to show off. Like, we know they got to show off Mario Maker 2, especially because that's coming out at the end of the month, and that's their big game. Excuse me. Pokemon should definitely be shown. I doubt they'll stick on it too long, but they might show Link's Awakening again. But it's a remake, so I don't know how much they're going to show unless they're adding more features and stuff to it. Animal Crossing is probably going to be like their winter, or like not even winter, like their early fall, late summer release, maybe? I'm predicting like September. Because think about it. We got Mario Maker coming in June. I don't know about July, don't know about August, but I think Animal Crossing is September. Luigi's Mansion 3 is October. Pokemon is November, and Link's Awakening is probably December. Those are things that we know about. So, aside from August and July, and those other months may even be slightly wrong to an extent, but that's one new game for every month for the rest of the year, except for 2 months. Fire Emblem in July, boom. I don't know about August, but maybe that'll be the next Smash Fighter. Unless the Smash Fighter is available like right after the Directs and all that, or at the end of the week or whatever. But yeah, like quantity-wise, it's like they're averaging one game every month for the rest of the year, which is their original idea. Astral Chain I wouldn't count as like a big thing, but sure, okay, there's an August game. I'm talking about like their big boys. They're big boys. Oh, Pikmin! They might finally show off Pikmin. I don't think anyone in chat mentioned it. But yeah, freaking Pikmin. That's a big one that they could probably show off. Wait, what? Is it just me, or in the leaks with the golden leaves with the legends, are there more than 2? First of all, I didn't see any leaks. Second of all, I guarantee you there have to be more than 2 legendaries, but those are the box art legendaries. So if there's some kind of leak and there are other legendaries of some kind, those are just the regional legendaries. So, okay, like let's take Ruby and Sapphire. You got Groudon and Kyogre, but they still have the Regis. You have Diamond and Pearl, you have Dialga and Palkia, but you still have the Mirage Pokemon? Whatever. So there's going to be more legendary, so I don't know what leaks you're talking about, but there's not going to be more than 2 main legendaries. That's just how Pokemon works. If there's a legendary on the cover, those are the 2. The Lake Spirits, Lake Guardians, Mirages, whatever you want to call them. But, yeah, is there anything else we need to acknowledge or talk about? Because I think we basically covered everything, even though it was a little all over the place. Let's actually just do a complete rundown of everything we got. A more organized thing, if you will. Wait, maybe see if there's anything extra in the Pokemon article. What article? What are we talking about? What was we talking about? The latest news? What are we talking about? What article? Participate. Which path? Gym leaders. The one with Turtonator's cousin. The Pokemon of the Galar region? This is not an article. If you're referring to that anyway. We can actually probably see if they each have a... Oh, okay, here we go. You know what? All right. We'll go in more detail about these in a second. I'm just taking a quick ooh. Oh! We have a new Skarmory? This bird is 7 feet tall! What in the world? This bird is 7 feet tall, is a steel type, and is still lighter than me. I'm fat. Yo! Ah, I see. I see. All right. All right, we're about to do a bunch of different segments, all right? Excuse me, one moment. Alrighty. See, I don't know why they added all this information on the website without actually, showing it. Hello? There we go. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to go over the new Pokemon and their abilities and stuff that we've got available so far for the Galar region. The starters, I'm just going to skip right over because Overgrow, Blaze, and Torrent, they're all the same things. It doesn't look like they've actually got anything special in their descriptions. It's just like more lore stuff just to give them more personality, so it's really no big deal. Scorbunny's second heart, it's Fire Sack rather. So Scorbunny's gonna be a speedy boy. He's gonna be a very speedy boy. And Sobble, tears as potent as 100 onions. Sobble's tears are capable of making others cry. Interesting. Sobble is literally a big baby that makes other people feel bad. Interesting. He's like, what? What do you mean? I've done nothing wrong. Don, thank you with the rain, my dude. We need to catch up soon, my guy. I know you got your vacation and E3 coming up. So, well, you're on vacation, and then E3 is coming up. We got to talk soon, though. All right, Gospler. Cotton Down has... Let's see. It is the same ability, right? Yeah, Cotton Down. Okay. So, Cotton Down is a new ability that basically works like, what is it, the Tangled ability or whatever? From Alolan Dugtrio and Diglett. So, when you get attacked, it lowers the opponent's speed, which I found ironic because they're using Diglett in the example. But it's either that or Regenerator. So this might actually be a really good support Pokemon. But we need some stats to see exactly how viable it is. But we'll see. Thank you, Dom, for the resub as well. I don't have any alerts turned on during this segment. So let's go to Wooloo. Is there already a Fluffy ability? Fur is used for clothing, carpets, blah, blah, blah. Is Fluffy already an ability? Because I do not recall. It is, okay. Has the damage taken from moves that make direct contact, but doubles that of fire-type moves. Okay. So, it's no longer the signature ability of Stuffle or Beware. That's why I forgot what it was, because I don't, use Beware. So, Fluffy might actually be good. Let's see. So it basically doubles its defense, so I wonder how high its defense is actually going to be. I definitely don't want to have the runaway ability. They dislike conflict, and they, if they need to escape from enemies, they will simply roll away. Oh, so it's not even runaway, it's a roll away. Okay. Only home till Friday morning, 2 to 5, 2.5 days. All right, Don, I got you. We can probably talk later today at some point. I'm probably going to start streaming Pokemon trading card game online right after all this, by the way, guys. So if you want to stick around and chat while we play some Pokemans, we can do that. Now, this is something I was curious about. It seems that it was actually confirmed via the website. All right, so we got Corviknight. Yo, I'm going to repeat myself. Your boy is over 7 feet tall, is a steel type, and weighs 165 pounds. That is a heavy bird, but it makes me feel fat. If this thing's a steel type that's over a foot taller than me, I'm 6'1". This thing's 7'3". Now, I need to remind myself what Unnerve does. Makes the foe nervous and unable to eat berries. No wonder I forget. Yeah, some of these abilities are so specific or worthless that it's just whatever. Wait a minute. 200 HP at level 60. You are gonna be a bulky... Dude, this is the new Skarmory. Skarmory, take a seat. Take a seat, my dude. I don't know if this is going to be like a late game Pokemon or what. It probably evolves from... Okay, dude, what if this is just the Route 1 bird? What if this is like Talonflame? Dude, what if this is just like Talonflame, where you start off with a basic little normal flying bird, but then when it evolves, he becomes Godbird. Like... Dude... If there is a black bird on the first route, I'm catching it. Evolves from Skarmory. Nah. They've shown final Evos before. Yes, they have, actually. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure they've shown final evolutions before without showing the actual evolutions first. Hold up. Wait a minute. It looks like you don't need to go in the bag to select a ball and catch a Pokemon anymore. What? Okay. I'm not sure about that. That might be... Okay, that could be most recent ball, or that could be most recent item, or it could be shortcut. One of the three. Cabaltius beat me to the shortcut part. So X could be any one of those three, because it used to be you'd go to your bag and the shortcut would be right there, and you can either press a button hotkey or tap it on the screen. So it could be one of those things. It could be most recent ball, most recent item, or shortcut in general. I'm going to lean towards one of the first two. It's probably the most recent... You know, it might be most recent item for trainer battles, most recent ball for wild encounters. Also, they updated the UI like a good chunk. This looks really clean with the white, green, and then they're really making male and female stand out. Dude, this definitely looks clean though. But anyway, pressure, good old ability, classic. Makes it to where your opponent uses 2 PP each time they use a move rather than just one. So this could be a wall and waste opponent's PP. So this might actually be a really good Pokemon showing off really early. I'm definitely going to use one. If it's possible to get one without grinding too heavily or waiting until so late in the game. Because I wanted to use Noivern. Which actually, I think Noivern was revealed before Noibat, actually. I could be wrong. That was in Gen 7. It was most recent ball. Was it? Really? Huh. Whatever the case. Alright, most recent ball. I told you guys, I've only played through each of the Pokemon games since Diamond and Pearl once. So, little interface things that were changed, kind of, sometimes. But yeah, that's the only reason I didn't even use Noivern, was because it was so late game, you needed to get Noibat, and then Noibat needed to get to, like, the upper 60s to evolve. I think Noibat evolves into Noivern at level 68. I could be wrong about that, but I feel like that's right. And here's the thing I was worrying about. So, use a flying taxi to travel from town to town. Corviknight possesses superb flying skills and high intelligence. Because of this, many of them work for the company called Galar Taxi, helping transport people from town to town. So, how earlier I was wondering if bird Pokemon by themselves can make you fly from location to location. They're actually just there. Like, as taxis. So, you might... I think you'll have to pay for the service. Unless it's a free taxi, which I... Who knows? They had taxis in X and Y. Like, regular taxis. To get through one city. So... This opened up a few more questions, but at least gave the answer that whenever they were saying, like, it can also fly you around to cities you've already been to. The reason it was showing off the way it was is because it's actually an in-game thing rather than just catching the Pokemon and then using it. So, that's cool. And yeah, paying to fly, that might be bad, but who knows? We'll see. Who else we need to look at? Dreadnought. I've got mixed emotions about you, to be honest. Oh, it's a water rock type. I didn't even read this at first. So, another one of my dead if confronted with a leaf boys. But Strong Jaw and Shell Armor as the abilities. Shell Armor just prevents you from getting hit by critical hits, which is really good on like Mega Slowbro or something, but if this doesn't have monstrous defense and special defense, then Shell Armor's meh. I like Strong Jaw if he's got decent enough attack. If he's a good tank, like I think he's going to be, this might be another confirmed Pokemon on the team already. So I might already have 3 confirmed Pokemon out of the starters, which I don't know who I'm going to go for at the moment. I might go with Scorbunny. Just based on going fast and hitting hard, I think Scorbunny is going to be the one that I go with. But I need to see the final evolutions of all the starters before I make my choice. And if they don't reveal them for some reason, I'm looking up leaks until I find something that looks like it's true. Or if it's super leaked, where it's just everyone's like, oh, no, that's 100%. That's what it is. Someone's getting fired and something or another. I will use that list to determine my final evolution starter of choice and then go with that. But Water and Rock. Strong Jaw specifically powers up moves that have like Crunch, Bite, and anything that ends with Fang. I would assume it has Ice Fang, considering it's water type. Water primary at that. Again, we just need stats to see how viable they are, but I really want this thing. And what do you guys think about this? So, for example, this is definitely a final evolution Pokemon. I'm pretty sure this is not a Pokemon like basic in and of itself that doesn't evolve. I'm pretty sure this is a final evolution Pokemon. Do you guys think this is a basic stage 1, stage 2, or Pokemon that doesn't even evolve? Because I'm not sure. I feel like this might be a non-evolving. He gives me a little bit of a Torterra vibe, as far as like a medium-sized Pokemon that's supposed to be good when you get him, but isn't as good later because he can't get any better. See, I usually choose Pokemon based on design instead of stats, to be honest. Scrippy, to you and everyone else, you do you, boo-boo. But I like viability, and personally, I'm going to be doing Wi-Fi battles for this game a lot. So I need to find out which Pokemon are exclusive to which games. And then I'm getting both games, regardless. I always get both versions of all Pokemon games. That's just how that goes. The only exception is Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, because a friend of mine gave me Eevee. Not sure if I'm even allowed to say it, like who it was, but he may or not want me to tell people, but whatever the case, I was given Let's Go Eevee, so I was like, screw it. And I played through it. I haven't gone back and played through it again. But if I do, I'm probably going to play Let's Go Pikachu just to get something a little different. But, let's see. I think Corviknight is a standalone, to be honest. Really? Corviknight's design makes it look like its pre-evolutions look like a flying / dart. See, I don't think they're going to change types that much. Like, changing a type from being ground to flying, or to go from normal to literally anything else, typically makes sense. But, well, actually, you know what? To be fair, Tyranitar, for example, you go from, don't you go from ground and dark to rockin' dark? No, wait. What is Pupitar? Ground and rock. It is. Okay. So Pupitar goes from ground and rock to Tyranitar being dark and ground. I'm sorry. I don't know what I just said, but I feel like I said it wrong. Pupitar goes from ground and rock. Tyranitar is dark and rock. I don't know what I said before, but I think I said dark and ground, which is not right. But yeah, okay. With that in mind, sure, maybe it's maybe it can change for something else. You said rock and dark, I think. Well, I mean, that would be right. I still say Corviknight looks like an evolution of Honchkrow or an alternate evolution of Murkrow. See, here's the thing. Murkrow and Honchkrow are crows. Corviknight is a raven. Unless we're jumping entire bird species here, which I'm not saying is impossible. I mean, look at Remoraid and Octillery. The idea is to go from a gun to a tank. But in reality, it still goes from a fish to an octopus. Nickname it Nevermore. Bruh. People made Dynamax Wailord memes. I'm so happy. Freaking Gab. So, I think that's all we have to discuss about these guys. We could show the legendary Pokemon a little bit. Oh, wait. Do y'all have abilities? No, that's all y'all... Vaccine can, attack so gracefully that its movements can even captivate its opponents. It holds what appears to be a sword in its mouth. Yeah, no kidding. But... I wish they showed off types and abilities for these guys. That's a little disappointing. It's a contradiction. Oh, what? Its Shining Blade can cut through anything. Its Gleaming Shield can turn back any attack. They're going to collide. And they're going to form a whole new Pokemon that's like 10 degrees worse. Like Necrozma on steroids. Oh my god. No matter what, they're both going to be steel type. I can see that. I don't see why not. I just realized something, guys. Okay. If you're not specifically prepared for it, you cannot argue with me about a first-time playthrough. Ultra Necrozma is the hardest main game boss battle we've ever had in any Pokemon game. Well, unless you got screwed over and you were underleveled in Pokemon Coliseum. But Ultra Necrozma being level 60 with +2 in all of its stats. Imagine the legendary. Okay, hear me out. The box art legendaries have all been easy to capture. So how normally the catch rate is 3 out of 255? But a lot of the box art legendaries ever since Diamond and Pearl all their catch rates have been 45 out of 255. Basically making them a lot easier to catch. What if they're still easy, if not guaranteed to catch, but you have to beat them? And they're Dynamax. And what if Dynamax works just like the Totem in Ultra Necrozma Pokemon, where you just get straight up stat buffs, like +1 or +2 on all your stats? Oh my god. Please tell me that's actually what it's gonna be. That's my first Pokemon Sword and Shield theory. Dynamax box art legendary boss fights. That was a mouthful. That's one way to end this segment, I guess. Anyone else have any comments, questions, or concerns about the Pokemon themselves off the website before we move on to other stuff and things, because we're gonna retrace our steps and talk about everything all over again in a more condensed, finalized version. So I could get behind that. Yo, I'm glad you can, because that's the first thing that came to mind, and oy, oy, oy. Now that I've said it, I want it. Alright, so I think that's it. And let's go back and talk about was it the wild area and I guess the max raid battles or whatever. Let's see. Pokemon Sword and Shield. Okay. Alright, so there's a lot to talk about, and there's not much to talk about at all when it comes to the wild area. If there's anything you guys think that I need to tack onto this, just let me know in the comments and we'll cover it. But this, let's take a look at these couple things real quick. So this is the first thing I want to show off when we got here, because I completely missed it the first time. Yeah. You can ride your bike on water now. So, surf be gone. We're just riding our bikes. And, what's up, Milotic? I'm going to be using you in Pokemon trading card game in a little bit. And the only thing I'm going to detour real quick, because someone had pointed it out, this is how it works. So instead of having the Rotom decks like in Alola, now we've got Rotom basically taking over a cell phone, which also serves as a Pokedex, which also serves as an appliance hacker of sorts. So it hacks your bike to make it move faster on land or even help you travel over water. So that confirmed how that even works. That was the one little detour on that I wanted to take. Where was I? Okay. So, the wild area. There's a vast expanse of land in the Galar region, which is known as the wild area. The wild area is full of nature as far as the eye can see and connects several different towns and cities. Okay. So, when it says between cities, this is a discussion that we were having before, and I think what we pretty much agreed on is that even though it expands across different cities and towns or whatever, we think it all counts as basically the same thing. So, like, this right here would be, like, the starting city or whatever, and you're just moving north. So, like, starting here, like, once you go through this mountain area and you end up on the other side, all of this is the wild area. And the wild area expands and goes all the way through this route, all the way up here, and this might be where it ends and then starts branching off into other cities. Now, you might be able to find different parts of the wild area across other cities and towns, but the way it's worded and the way it's shown, it looks like when they say it connects, that it's literally a giant area in the center of everything else. So rather than going like through a route, then a city, then a route, then a cave, then a route, then a city, then a route, then a town, a route, and a cave, route, and a city, blah, 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 so on and so forth. It looks like you got routes going from little place to little place, and you've got the wild area. Not multiple wild areas, it's the wild area, and it is huge. So, let's see, random battles and routes aren't actually random anymore. Well, yeah, because the Pokemon are in the overworld now. Like, let's go Pikachu and Eevee. Wait, you have to run exclamation point in the grass to have a battle happen. Oh, they got stuff on the Pokemon Twitter now that they didn't show up before? Well, now we got to look at that. But let's focus on the wild area right now. Oh, you got Seismitoad. I didn't even notice him before. Looks like the Pokemon you'll run into will change depending on things like the weather or location. And, shoot, I don't see where... Oh. No, where's it at? Yo, your boy is huge. Okay, so I don't see where it is, and I done forgot where it is. But it's completely confirmed that the weather changes every day. So the wild area is tripolar weather. Like, it's just, it'll be sunny and whatever the first day, and then suddenly rainy the next day. There might be a snowstorm the next day. It might be sandstorm the next day, and so on and so forth. So they said in the direct, this basically right here, the Pokemon you'll run into will change depending on things like weather or location. So you might see something new each time you visit. I don't remember if it was specifically in the direct or if I read it somewhere else on here, but the weather does change every single day. I don't think they said it in the direct. I know they mentioned the weather changing, but I don't think they mentioned it changing every single day. If they did, then whatever. But does day mean real world or in-game day? I'm pretty sure ever since clocks, like, ever since system clocks became a thing, it means real day. So basically ever since the DS era, ever since Diamond and Pearl, ever since Heart Gold and Soul Silver, like, whatever time it says on your system, that's what time it's going to be in the game. So, hypothetically, if you want to break the game, unless they pull an Animal Crossing on you and completely change it, you can just fast forward the time on your Switch, I'm assuming, and it'll be the next day, and you can browse around on that. But the thing is, I think for max raids and all, everyone would have to be synchronized to the same day, at least, or something like that. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to break the game, and it might also just be like, hey, you've been fiddling with the clock, so, no changing anything, no raids for 24 hours or something like that. They might have some kind of security feature for it, or they might just say, you know what, screw it, we have our own server, and that's what you're going to be synced up to. But then they also couldn't do that, because what if you don't have online? It would have to go based on your Switch's clock. So I think we'll just be able to break the game and keep changing the day and get whatever Pokemon we want. So when it comes to Pokedex completion and stuff like that, the wild area and changing the clock is probably what's going to be the best thing. Also, I think that's their way of making it to where they don't overload you with Pokemon throughout the game if you play casually. But if you play enough, you might be able to get all the Pokemon in all of the regions in the wild area. That's just one of those things we're going to have to wait and see. Was there anything else specific about the wild area that you guys wanted to talk about or clarify or theorize or any of that? Just go ahead and let me know in the comments right now, and we'll see. Wait, what? Please bring back national decks. Yeah. Fam. What do y'all mean? Y'all want the national decks back? Why would the national decks not be here? That's what I'm ing about. Why would it not be here? This isn't Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon was specific. Sun and Moon was 4 mini regions within the overall game. I highly doubt anything else is coming from Sun and Moon. I'm pretty sure Sun and Moon were their own standalone cash grab, dry out the 3DS life cycle games while they were working on this for Switch. Like, look at Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. They literally made 2 definitive versions instead of 1 for the first time ever. Sun and Moon was a 100% cash grab. But, yeah, the sheer fact that we've got Pokebank, Let's Go, and Go all connected through, what is the new thing called? Pokemon Home, thank you. Now that we got Pokemon Home connecting all those things, you don't think we're going to have the national decks? How else are they going to... There's no way they're going to literally just do mini region based again. Like, nah. National decks has to come back. Pokemon Sleep Tube. Raspberry. What else? Was there anything else for the wild area that we needed to talk about? Because I don't think there really is. It's just... It's very self-explanatory with this little bit. And we done saw Rhydon, Tyranitar, Milotic, Seismitoad, Steelix, freaking Weavile. Like, this is going to be big. This is going to be nice. I wonder, when, I'm just going to say this, when the game finally does come out, let's say hypothetically I do Sword first, and Sword's my casual playthrough, Shield is going to be a Nuzlocke. It's probably going to be a Bitlock. You know what? All my freaking Nuzlocks have been Bitlocks ever since Pokemon Yellow. So, you guys can torture me. Once we actually know more about the game, y'all can start torturing me with the Bitlocks as well. And for those of you watching on YouTube, don't forget to follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/BondOfGames. The link is in the description below. And you'll be able to chat and chill with me on there, or make me suffer, or bless me with good fortune and all that good stuff. But yeah, when this game first drops, this might be my, like, winter game. Like, I might play this for all of winter in December. I'm not going to just play through the game once as a Let's Play and then be done with it. I'm probably going to keep playing this game a lot, especially Wi-Fi battles. When there's a good, consistent way of training Pokemon, again, like their EVs and IVs maxed out, like, we are Wi-Fi battling a lot. And if there's no way of checking if Pokemon are hacked or not, as long as they're made completely legal, it'll be a lot faster, and I'm just going to gen Pokemon and we'll battle that way, because that's not cheating, that's time saving, it's completely legal Pokemon, so I have no problem with that. Rip Smash for the winter. Rip Smash for the winter. Fam, when Smash came out, I literally took 3 extra weeks that I didn't need to take, but I did anyway, for World of Light, and then I've battled online with you guys once. Smash came out in December. It's June. I've had 1 Wi-Fi battle stream. Rip Smash for the winter. Rip Smash almost in its entirety on my stream, to be honest. They ruined it with the lobby. They made it a lot more annoying to set up and make rule changes and actually make it fun, besides just doing 1v1s or something. But I digress. We're going to find the next thing to talk about, because we've gotten completely off topic. No longer talking about the wild area, but I will show off this one last time. The wild area does go from all this all the way up here. This is all that little sandstorm area where we saw Rhydon walking around. He was walking around this section. And you can also see the bridges looking out this way. Like, from that perspective, you could look out and see that the Big Ben clock tower was over on the right. So, yeah, there's a lot to be done here. And this is probably going to be a good chunk of the game right here, just exploring this. All right, let's see. Gyms is all we got left, right? Basically. Oh, I was totally right about this. Alright, last thing we're going to talk about real quick is gym leaders and the Dynamax Pokemon in general. There's 2 pages on here that we're going to talk about off the website. We're going to ignore the confusing body of Milo. I'm going to stop picking on the dude. Like, it's just so awkward. His face does not match his body, and I'm still talking about it. Anyway, there are stadiums that hold Pokemon gyms through the Galar region. Each gym attracts Pokemon trainers that are experts in specific types. In order to challenge the champion, you and your rivals will need to defeat the top trainer for each Pokemon gym. You and your rivals? I missed that bit. I'm assuming they're meaning separately, because your rival's also trying to complete the Pokemon League challenge, but ignoring that. The battles with these gym leaders often involve intense clashes between Dynamax Pokemon. So their lead Pokemon, well, not their lead Pokemon, their anchor Pokemon, rather, is going to be a Dynamax Pokemon. Spectators will flock to the gym stadiums to view these battles, and the matches are broadcast on television as well. So when I saw the little camera thing, and I was like, wait, is this like going to be on TV or something? Like, are they recording this? And it turns out they actually totally are. They broadcast the matches on television, which I'm wondering, does that mean for gym leader bet? Oh my God, this is like completely out there. This is not, I don't even want to say it as a speculation. I don't want to say it as a theory. I just want to say it as a good idea. And if I just happen to call it, then I just happen to call it. What if they have announcers? like the good old Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 announcer doing play-by-plays specifically for gym leader battles while it's being televised. What if that actually happens? That would be so interesting. But the idea just randomly came to me whenever I read it being broadcast on television. I'm not banking on that. I'm not specifically hoping for it. But if it just happens to happen, we're going to be sitting there all day. We're just going to be sitting there all day because I'm going to be sitting there doing nothing, staring down a Dynamax Pokemon, and I'm going to be hearing, "What's the matter, trainer?" Just... The trainer hasn't decided in order. But, yeah, look at this nonsense. Like, what? I'm still so thrown off by this even existing. By the way, remember I had one slight issue with what Gab suggested earlier about the, what is it? The Dynamax Wailord? And the only problem I had was, how are they going to fit him when it's a dome building and all? It's completely open. It is completely open. So if we have Dynamax Wailord, ya boy is a blimp hovering over the whole stadium just looking down. And seriously, it's like they combine Megas and Z moves. The only difference is they don't change their stats or their typing or abilities. It's literally just they're big and they're buff. I think... Rather than Megas, I think what they did, instead of Mega Evolution, think of it as Totem Evolution. So they're bigger than normal, and I think they're going to get just straight up stat buffs. Like, all their stats are going to be buffed for 3 turns. I think that's what it's going to be. Problem is, that might really break online, or competitive battling in general. Like, if all Pokemon could just Dynamax? What about the poor scrubs on the side? You know, like, what if in VGC, when you're doing 2v2s, no Megas didn't already break online? What do you mean? Megas just made some Pokemon that weren't possible to use before possible to use. As a matter of fact, the only Mega the only Megas I think they ever even banned with Smoggin was Kangaskhan and Gengar, but I digress. Point is, in 2v2s on VGC, you got 2 Pokemon versus 2 Pokemon. What if those, on each side, Blaziken, yes, I completely forgot, my bad. Because he was banned outright, so I wasn't thinking. Anyway. 2 Dynamax Pokemon, head to head. The poor little sucker on the side that is not a Dynamax. Like, here's another question that I just thought of because of that. Can Dynamax Pokemon, like, you can only use their Dynamax move once. The Dynamax move is a 1-turn thing, but you stay in the form for 3 turns with your regular moves. So I wonder, is that just like Z Crystals, where they bust through Protect and Detect, but for less damage? Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments, because that's one concern that I have. I have a feeling it might do just that, and it'll do like half the normal damage. Mega Evolved Dynamax Pokemon. Bruh. Also, for all we know, Dynamax might only be a thing for gyms. It might not even be an online thing. We don't know. We don't really know if that's going to be an online thing or not. I hope it is. Dynamax Mega Rayquaza. Yeah, dude's already in the Anything Goes League. He is the only one banned from Ubers. Yeah, let's give Homeboy another boost. Oh, yeah, Becky, and raids. I'm talking about regular 1v1. I'm talking about trainer battles. Like, this is you versus a gym leader, and I'm wondering about, like, online, you versus another player. I'm not talking about the wild area, because that's 4 of you. That's 4 players versus 1 wild Pokemon that never busts out of the form. So that is an irrelevant comparison, because that's already busted in and of itself. Like, it's designed for 4 to team up against the 1. But, freaking Dynamax Regigigas. Imagine a Dynamax Regigigas without slow stuff. Imagine a Dynamax slacking without oh my god. Anyway. Dynamax is a phenomenon unique unique to specific locations in the Galar region where Pokemon unique to specific locations where Pokemon are able to take on gigantic appearances. Pokemon Galar region are capable of Dynamaxing, and the Dynamax Pokemon become tremendously strong. So, the fact that it says specific areas, or specific locations, rather, maybe it isn't an online thing. Maybe this is only as an extra fun challenge within the game. Each Dynamax Pokemon is super dynamic. No kidding. They actually have a match timer on here. And a move time. Is this on? Wait, is this online? It's level 50. It's level 50. Does this confirm the suspicion? They're level 50. This might be online. The match timer. It has the run option, though. Yeah, you can give up. That's even more. Rain, that alone shows that this is online. Online battles have the run option. That's how you surrender. It also could be a Pokemon Battle Tower thing, but I would like to say that this is online. The fact that there's a match time, a move time, it's the fact that it's 3v3 is what throws me off instead of 6v6. But Pokemon you encounter can Dynamax. Alright. See, like, this is a gym. This is just a straight up gym. The levels are more appropriate. There's actually an EXP bar. You can only Dynamax your Pokemon once per battle. You can only Dynamax your Pokemon in specific locations of the Galar region, like in stadiums of the Pokemon gyms. Okay. The key item for Dynamaxing, the Dynamax Band. Naturally, the Dynamax phenomenon is a topic of much research in the Galar region. A special item known as Dynamax Band is the product of such research. Only trainers who possess the Dynamax Band are able to Dynamax their Pokemon, which I'm assuming you're going to get very early on because, you know, level 15 Scorbunny, 1 level away from evolving, supposedly. Also, okay, the first gym leader has 2 Pokemon, and one of them is level 19. I would like to assume this is the first gym leader. If the first gym leader has a Pokemon at level 19 already, holy crap. We're looking at level 60s and 70s for the Pokemon League. Now, it could be the second. Very well. But, I don't think it is. I feel like if they were going to show off anybody, it would be the first one. But alright, like these max moves. The max moves your Pokemon can use are determined by which, by what kind and type of moves they knew before Dynamaxing. Freaking max overgrowth, max strength, max guard again. Huh? The normal type max move called Max Strike has the additional effect of lowering the speed stats of opponents it hits. So not only are you going to hit for massive damage, you're going to slow them down and set up to sweep. Okay, Max Strike is going to be like a go-to thing for like speed runs and stuff. So the secondary effects is going to be something we got to look into. We're going to have to look at more info on all the moves every single time because, yeah, if the moves are determined by what you have, like Max Guard might do two completely different things because one is Growl and one is Taunt. Also, Grookey knows Taunt. That could be deadly. So imagine if Max Guard actually like really boosts your defense and Taunt Max Guard makes it to where it boosts your defense and makes your opponent only attack rather than using any kind of setup moves or anything else. That could be very useful because you're already Dynamax. You're going to be big, bulky, whatever, and who cares what the opponent uses. You just got to finish them off before it's over. I'd be using Max Strike, though. Just skip the BS. Let's see, I hope there isn't a large gap between gyms again, like in Gen 6. I wouldn't worry too much, just based on this. It's like the wild area is your big buff area, and then after that, everything is like back to back. Like seriously, it's city after city all the way around. Now, how you get to each city, who knows? But this is the main area, and then if I scroll up, that's like all the Pokemon leagues. So it looks like there might be a gap from the end to the Pokemon League. Unless the train station literally just brings you there and it's just big. Who knows? I want to see what the Victory Road is going to be like. I hope there's actually a Victory Road. Because I can't tell if this area right here is going to be Victory Road or if it's just a tunnel and then the train goes through and all the way to the end. So we're going to have to wait and see on that one. But yeah, Dynamax is actually going to be a whole new phenomenon. Training the team and being part of the phenomenon. Be a Pokemaster icon. Ha! Team whatever is in this game will be long gone. But first you gotta know about the different types. Grass, fire, ground, poison, electric, water, rock, flying, ice, normal, bug, ghost, flying, dragon, steel, duck, and fairy. Don't forget about psychic! I hate that there's no official update for that. Because you notice I actually said poison instead of flame because they say fire and flame as two different types. Grass, fire, ground, flame, electric, water, rock, flying, ice, normal, bug, ghost, fighting, and dragon. Don't forget about psychic. They said flame, and they didn't even count poison in the beginning. Then after that, they added dark and steel, and now they have fairy. So it's like grass, fire, ground, poison, electric, water, rock, flying, ice, normal, bug, ghost, fighting, dragon, steel, dark, and fairy. Don't forget about psychic. To be a master. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is going to be a crazy game. This is going to be an absolutely crazy game. And as far as the max raid battles, oh, there's actually more here. Okay, so let's combine this with the same thing because these are still Dynamax battles basically. Max Raid battles are a completely new battle format where you team up with 3 other trainers in order to take on wild Dynamax Pokemon. You'll get a chance to catch the wild Dynamax Pokemon that you face if you manage to defeat it. Okay, so you have to defeat it. And I think that confirms my question from earlier that you just got to beat it. And then you're able to catch it afterwards. Like, actually, no, it doesn't really confirm because that makes it sound kind of like the Let's Go bosses, like Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, and Mewtwo, where you got to beat them, then you can try to catch them. But this time it's just going to be an instant catch, maybe? I don't know. But don't get too confident. The wild Dynamax Pokemon will remain in their giant form for the entire battle and have other unique powers to boot. They won't go down easily. Only one member of your group consisting of you and your allies can Dynamax Pokemon during max raid battles, so your teamwork is key. Additionally, some things you can do in the wild area, like max raid battles, can become even more fun by connecting with other players. So there was actually a Wi-Fi signal on this, I believe. No, it was not this. Where was it? I actually don't remember where it was. Here it is. Alright, so, oops. Open image, new tab. There we go. Alright, so this little bugger right here. Ah, crap. Really? That guy. That I'm a little too zoomed out to even go to. But this little guy. Looks like you'll be able to do Wi-Fi services no matter where you go. And maybe this counts for the wild area and you'll be able to match up with friends online. Or it's just the standard connect to the internet stuff like they did in XY, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun and Moon, etc., etc. So it could just be connect to the internet. It could actually be connect to do these services. Or both. Could be all in one. So we have to wait and see what that is. But internet services in one way or another is obvious. That kind of goes without saying. But this is not what I want it to be at. Let's go back to... There we go. So... Face a wild Dynamax Pokemon trainer with friends. And that could be both... you know what? Can I do this? No, I cannot. I'm going to just recapture the thing. I'm going to go ahead and crop that. Hello. Where are you at? Oh, boy. Wrong window. There we go. Delete that. Now I can actually grab it. Yay! Fit into the box. It's whatever. Okay. Only one trainer out of your foursome can Dynamax their Pokemon only once per battle. Obviously, same old, same old. Just saying, I don't care how big and tough this Gyarados is. If a Raichu uses a max power electric type move of any kind, that Gyarados is dead. So this ball is going to be coming out very early against a Gyarados. Cooperating with your allies is key to victory. Even catching the Pokemon is super dynamic. The fact that you just throw a giant beach ball Pokeball at these things. And of course we're going to need Nintendo Switch Online. That's kind of a given. The wild Dynamax Pokemon you'll face in max raid battles seem to vary based on where you are in the wild area or what the weather is like. This is where I read it. Okay, it didn't say it in the direct. It said it here. The weather in the wild area changes every day. So in the direct it said that it changes, but here it's actually confirming the wild area weather changes every day. So be ready to meet a variety of Pokemon each time you visit. Also, it seems that some Pokemon can only be caught in max raid battles. So some Pokemon are exclusive to max raid battles, which Steenie when it's sunny, Lantern when it's raining, those look like exclusive. Alright, so there are some exclusive max raid battle Pokemon, which some people aren't going to like that, and then some people are going to love that. it definitely is going to add more replayability, being able to, like, keep catching as much as you can. Dude, this is going to be like a grind fest on Twitch forever. Dude, let's go Pikachu and Eevee shiny hunting. Like, literally just completing the Pokedex and then doing a complete shiny dex. That was a thing on Twitch for, like, 3 or 4 months after it came out. Pokedex grinding with raid battles? Yo. This game is going to last a while. I have high hopes for this game after just these couple things. The reveal trailer and now this one direct. And to think that there's still so much more to show. We've only seen 8 Pokemon. 10. We've seen 10 Pokemon. We've seen the 3 starters, 1 Pokemon in its evolution, 3 more Pokemon, one of which I don't think evolves, one of which we know is going to evolve, we just don't know what into yet, and then one that I think is a final evolution. Thank you, Char, for the host. Then we've got the 2 Legendaries. So, as far as new Pokemon, we already know 10 of them. We know, obviously, 6 more are on the way because we don't know the evolutions of the starters yet. So, that's still going to be going on. How are you still talking about this? Because it's a 15-minute direct with a lot of stuff and things. And the website also has a lot of extra details, yeah. So, with all that said, stay tuned for more Pokemon Sword and Shield coverage, as well as E3 coming next week. So subscribe on YouTube, youtube.com/BondOfGames. We're going to be covering all the E3 stuff except the PC Gaming Show. It is the only thing that overlaps with my personal life schedule that I cannot make room for. But everything else I'm going to be covering as far as E3 is concerned. Anytime there's any more Nintendo or Pokemon Directs, I'm going to be covering all those. If Square Enix covers anything for like Final Fantasy VII or anything else in the future, I'll probably be covering those as well. So there's a lot coming out. If you already have, like, out of these Pokemon that were shown off, which you know you're going to get just based on aesthetic or whatnot, feel free to let me know in the comments what you're going to pick. If you know just based on the box art legendary which version you're going to get, whether it's Sword or Shield, you can let me know that in the comments. And, yeah, I think that wraps everything up. There's probably, like, 3 different segments I just made for the extra discussions. But, yeah, that's going to do it for now. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 days until Nintendo goes. I'll be covering everything for E3 before that, but for now, Pokemon, Nintendo related, we got 6 more days. So, if you only stick around for that, I'll see you then. And if you're sticking around for whatever other stream we're doing right now over on twitch.tv/BondOfGames, I'm going to go ahead and play the Pokemon trading card game for a little bit. And then later this evening, we're going to do a Pokemon Heart Gold randomized bit lock. The 3rd stream that we're doing of that. And that's going to be some fun. Tink forced me to go catch a Rayquaza in the wild, so I'm going to be suffering while trying to catch that. And also get my 3rd gym badge, while being just barely on par with the levels of those Pokemon. And it's randomized, and the moves are randomized, and the evolutions are randomized, and it's all crazy. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. Otherwise, I'm ending this segment right now, and that's going to do it. And that's the marker on YouTube. I'm going to go on break, guys. But while I'm on break, I don't know how long that's going to be. It might be 5 minutes. It might be longer. But we're going to go on a decently long break. I'm going to take all these segments on the Twitch side and export them to YouTube. This one thing is going to be on YouTube for however long it is. And actually, I need to end it on the YouTube end itself instead of just having the marker. So, goodbye, YouTube end. If I could find the dashboard for it. There we go. Okay. Bye, YouTube. Love you.